I'm Sachin Waingankar, Associate Director with PwC and part of Intelligent Data Analytics, AI and Cloud platforms. Uh, I'm pretty sure you must be hearing a lot of AI data centers since morning. We had August dignitaries sharing out their knowledge, their information since morning. But of course, this is a very different topic which we're speaking about. One is of course building your own AI super cloud within India. What compels us? Why should we look at it? What drives it? And maybe there's a challenges and opportunities for all of us present in the audience, present in the conference room. I'm pretty sure my friends on the podium will surely give a better insights, better information to you all, and we can have some kind of a guiding light throughout the challenges and opportunities. As we look out AI, today AI is in the operations. Today we are using AI around in our mobile phones, in our computing laptops, desktops, anything that you look at, there's AI embedded into it. So AI is not a buzzword anymore. But what does AI drives and why should we look at it? So Manoj, we have been listening a lot about AI. What do you think Indian CSPs have a role to it? How does the vision look at it? What are your thoughts on the same?
Thank you, Sachin. So whenever we talk about anything and seem to be futuristic, seem to be a big opportunity, so it is always about that we have the opportunity. Do we have the resources to fulfill that opportunity? And what we see in the Indian industry as a CSP, if you have the demand to build the AI models, train the AI model in friends or for the end consumers, it is required that you have the enough capacity of the infrastructures. AI infrastructure we call about super AI compute, where you have the thousands of GPUs in data centers and people can come to your platform, whatever they are building, they're training on a model or building any end products. So infrastructure should be really there, not with a heavy cost as the West is offering, but where exactly you are living your life, where exactly you're building your brands or the products, you will have the same kind of infrastructure availability and the cost efficiency so that you can build faster, build at the affordability of the cost. So if any of the CSP in India are building the cloud, so AI super cloud is very, very important to have the GPU infrastructure ready for the people to fulfill this opportunity that we have for next 5 to 10 years. Because if you look at the GPU AI market, which we call cloud AI market, in 2024, from one of the report, it was around $2 billion. By 2033, it will be more than $200,000 billion. So look at the market size that it's going to be. So it's a huge opportunity, and when we say the opportunity, it's a responsibility for the CSPs in the country that they have the resources availability that people will be required.
Sure. I'm pretty sure Sumedh would also like to add to it. Sumedh?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Manoj. So I also echo his views when we say AI penetration in India, and government's focus also is very encouraging as well as in very rapid pace when we say about our indigenous AI models in India. Whereas we talk about we have established cloud service providers, but definitely we also have the promising new startup companies who are basically trying to set up their cloud service systems in India. So definitely we have very strong path, I can say, and long way to go in this particular zone. Yeah.
Surely, well said. Yes, very sure. There's a lot of key drivers driving the AI growth within India as well. So there's a lot of government focus, there's an AI mission within India. Government is also trying to create image parameters. We have an excellent talent hub available within India. Of course, the Gen AI boom is catching up and there's a lot of consumption happening around. So, Sumedh, the question to you is, as rightly mentioned by Manoj, we have a consumption available, but how do you think the base requirement required to build a super cloud or the AI super cloud, like power, land, cooling? How do you look at it? What are your views on it?
Yeah, I think this is very important question. Basically, as we understand, all our data centers are power guzzlers. They require a lot of setup for land as well as water and allied utilities also. So when we say the delivery of data center is definitely very challenging in current markets. When we say the routine previously 2 to 3 years back when we were talking, the delivery has to happen in 3 years for any good setup for 30 to 35 megawatt template. The challenges today is basically the expectation is to deliver within 13 to 14 months. So that's the level of you can say the demand is there. That's the level of promising timelines are coming in the picture, and we are evolving over the period of time. But yes, if you ask me how will we be able to overcome this particular thing, is basically we'll have to really think the modularization techniques. We'll have to see how we go hand in hand when we talk about beam related solutions for the data center deliveries, as well as we'll have to see the technology harnessing and enhancement while we keep on doing the agile project management. So these 2 3 things are definitely there. We are finding government's penetration and focus across various geographies wherein support is available for setting up infrastructure as well as power related utility tariffs, and demand as it is going from tier 1 to tier 2 and other cities. Definitely the challenges pertaining to these activities will go down, but yes, right now delivering of a data center, a full-fledged setup itself is a big challenge, and we are trying to overcome, and we are as a project management partners to many of the DC developers, we are advising right course of time from various stages to a project.
Sure. So of course, with the right key drivers, what is also required is how do you run or govern or comply with the policies, with the GDPR in the Europe, with the upcoming DPDP Act within India. There's also constant need for sovereign cloud. So Manoj, what are your thoughts about the sovereign cloud, and how does the CSPs like yourself look at it?
So as we look at the opportunity and the resources availability, next if we look at it's all about the control. How much control you have on the technology, on your data, what exactly you're doing. If you're investing for next 5 to 10 years, will you be sure that you have all of your models, what exactly you have trained, your product is in your control? Or it may be if you host it with some of the best hyperscalers, and no matter how the foreign policies go, and tomorrow your account gets suspended, and you maybe get denied that you will not be able to access your data. This happened with many companies in India in last 3 to 4 months. One case is Niara Energies. They're all licensing all software and services suspended by Microsoft with a short notice. It was a huge dent to them. So now every country, not only India, when we talk about AI and the next futuristic technologies, it's all about how much control you have. So what we do as Utho, we believe in the full control to the customer, to the country, and fulfilling all the laws. We focus on the open source technologies. So we build all the technology stack on the open source. So no matter what, we will not be left behind in terms of technology, because open source is not owned by one specific country or one specific geography or one specific company. It's the building from the community, which is millions of the people who contribute the code and evolve the technology. So along with that, when we use these technologies, people will have the complete control, complete observability. They have the complete view how exactly the code is working, how models are working. So when they have the complete control on the software stacks and the company which is hosted in the same country, the people who own the company or direct the company, is belong from the same country, so all the laws can be applied to those people. So I think it's all about the control, how much control that we able to offer to the people who are building the next generation fuses technology models and the products. When they have the control, they will have the confidence to build anything. They know that this is our future. I will not get locked in. I will not get locked that tomorrow you will not access the data. So you'll have the full control. So as you see SP in India or any other country, sovereignty is super important now, because it's not about data, it's about technology as well.
Sumedh, would you like to contribute or add to it?
Yeah, definitely. The data sovereignty is very important topic what we are talking today. We are, the largest data consumer population in world, and the way, as we are seeing, our entire data is with the three top cloud service providers, and definitely the way India AI mission is going forward, wherein we have to store our data as well as manage our data going forward in our systems, in our geography. And when we say this, definitely the local providers, cloud providers will have to come forward, and we'll have to create that level of understanding as well as the benchmarking with respect to this top three service providers, cloud providers. When it comes to making these systems ready, what I understand from the fellow colleagues is that we are almost equivalent in tech support. We are almost equivalent to the service support, and of course we are also giving a lot of affordable, price competitive solutions. But yes, it is important for the end user to come forward and believe in the local cloud providers, and ultimately that is the goal forward what we see. This will definitely not replace top three cloud providers, but yes, in case of when we are talking the important functions, and the government's intention is basically, as I mentioned, the AI for all, or India's AI mission. Local cloud service providers will basically play a lot of important role in going forward.
So basically, as we spoke a lot about sovereign cloud, the sovereign cloud typically is not about only controlling the data. As rightly mentioned by Manoj and Sumedh as well, it's all about how the technologies on which you run your cloud platform, or maybe you run your instances or your workloads, are also under your control. So example, you might run application on a private cloud, but if the application is still governed by someone else and has the capability to stop your work or stop your workloads, you are still not sovereign. Your sovereignty starts when you have that application control as well. Whether there is a compliance issues, whether it's a political issues, still you should be able to run your workloads, and that's pretty much important about sovereign cloud. Once we speak about sovereign cloud, and we all understand the ethics of information security, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability, the AI extends towards ethics, compliances, and how responsible it can be, using responsibly AI and for all. Sumedh, what are your views on the same for ethical use of AI?
Yeah, it's very pertinent question, because last couple of weeks we are seeing few of the public figures are raising questions that their images are being used in media in a wrong way. So we are seeing the videos are getting created with the different intentions. So AI's use is very important, and ethical AI as well as the tracking of that particular usage is very important in case of the application is there. So we need to have robust guidelines as well as monitoring agencies in order to make sure that any of these contents or any applications are getting on public or as well as in private applications also has to be systematically monitored as well as controlled via the policies. Definitely our policies are also getting updated from time to time. We have media policies, we also have policies to pertain to telecom and all. But yes, the AI application and the ethical AI use of AI will require a lot of deliberation, especially with the governments as well as the industries, in order to how it should be controlled. Because ultimately that is the area wherein we are yet to reach to the level of you can say controlling mechanism, and that is a way forward for all of us to have a very systematic approach as well as controlling guidelines for use of ethical AI.
So with the key drivers, consumptions and the responsible usage, we do understand that government has been pushing towards the adoption of AI with AI mission in India. Manoj, what do you think? Like once we start moving towards the building up your own AI super cloud, how would it benefit the startup and the tech ecosystem overall?
I believe when we talk about cloud, it is something that uh, people don't need to have their own. So the first benefit is you can pay as you go. You can use from the starting, like you can start from the one specific small GPUs and then you can scale. This is not something the capex hungry, where customer need to put up the money and then bring their own hardwares, put in some of the data center for the co-location. So it's not required. As long as you have the sovereign cloud providers in the country, you can leverage them to take the services for the GPUs or the inferencing APIs to train your models. Where it's very important for the startup to be sustainable in terms of the cash flow. If one of the startup is not cash flow rich, cash flow positive, then chances are startups will not success in the long run. So I think cloud provider do a very good role in terms of just putting hands in terms of the partnership with the startups to provide them the resources that they require and provide them the resources that they require, not to provide the it's too much, it's provide whatever you require basically. Start from the 1 GPU to scale up to 100 GPU or 1000 GPUs. And then affordability will play the same role. If we talk about the geo, from last 6 years, the market in India for the mobile and telecom industry is totally different. The utilizations of mobile phones and the internet is increased drastically. And the benefit of that is we are evolving, we are adopting the technology fast. So when we talk about how we can adopt the AI faster, how we can bring more Indians models and products, so affordability is super important there. So I believe if we compare with the West and the Indian CSPs, so people will have the affordability as well, so that they can leverage the technology without any spending their fortunes.
Sumedh, any thoughts from you?
So definitely I agree with again what Manoj is saying. See, any industry has its own curve. Okay, so people are definitely started looking beyond, as I mentioned previously also, and Manoj is also trying to say, is beyond top three providers. And of course, there is a lot of room available for startups to come forward. And we have seen last couple of years, a lot of ecosystem is getting built across this. I don't find challenges towards the liquidity as well as the funding, but yes, the challenges is basically to how we convince our end users to come to our own cloud providers. That is the first, I can say, a challenge on business perspective. Definitely, government will put a lot of emphasis under their guidelines as well as missions to put our MSME industry forward on this. And India is on a path to generate its own demand and own consumption. So definitely, I can see a very golden years for MSME startups also in this particular zone. And early bird advantages will be also available for those who are basically already in this field. And very soon we can also see this kind of a sector getting very good traction in sense of the return on investment, as well as getting the government subsidies as far as the MSME subsidies and other subsidies are concerned. So this is my takeaway on this.
Well, it's very heartening to know, because building a AI super cloud is not just about the GPUs, because apart from GPUs comes your super networks, you require very high computes, you require a data layer, you require an abstraction layer, you require a monitoring layer that can provide your insights, you require tools to run your AI ML ops. And it's very pleasant to know that we have the CSPs who can provide these tools to the developer community, to the community who can use it effectively. Apparently, just like to have your thoughts before we end the session. So first I will start with Manoj, and then I will hand it over to Sumedh. Then I will share my own couple of lines. Thanks.
So I would focus on the sovereignty only. Don't be in the risk. If you don't build in India, don't host in India, actually you are in the big risk. So make sure you host in India. It's not matter you come to Utho platforms or you take from any CSPs, but my only request is build in India, host your data in India to have the complete control. And I'm sure if you compare it to the West, the affordability is by default come because our Indian technologies, Indian resources come at lower cost, so we can leverage the cost part as well. So just one request, just see the 780, see the total control of your application and the technology stacks.
So I'll add basically Manoj is from very first point when the demand is getting generated and I am from the side when the lock and key is getting handed over. So definitely we see we have the required bandwidths available, we have required know-how available in this particular zone. As I mentioned, this is a emerging field and this sector is also getting a lot of traction. So time is going to tell us basically how we are going to move forward. But yes, as far as the ecosystem goes, we are building on the ecosystem and good to see we have people who are basically trying to get the control from beginning, and of course we have a complete lineup ready for building up and setting up and then move it to the operation zone of any data center, whether it is generated by a cloud provider, enterprise customer, or a top 3 customers who are basically built to suit in or in hyperscale category. So this is my takeaway. Definitely we have a lot of promising time in coming years. But yes, the way India adapts, changes, the way India comes forward from any kind of a situation, be it is COVID, be it is any downtime, we always bounce back with very faster pace. So we will overcome these requirements also in very faster paces. That is something what I can see from this time.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Sumedh. Just a thought from mine before I end the session. So of course we have the right challenges, but those can be overcome. We have got the opportunities. We have got the players who can help you across. But what I can also understand is that the responsible use of AI is equally important, and that's the reason the governance, policy frameworks will be charted out. Already Government of India has prepared some frameworks, and there will be frameworks coming out on those lines as well. We continue to use it, and I request all in the on the podium as well to please refer to it as well. And surely we can provide a AI super cloud which is made in India.
Of course.
Thank you.